Glow Yard. Hey, we made it to summer. Let's get it. We made it to the finals, but we out for the summer. What an exciting season, what's next, I wonder. Relle and King with the glow, y'all done Playback. When October comes, we said, Nico, run it back. We made it through the storm and we almost got the chip. We had some tough games, but now we ain't quit. We saw them boys come together, others fall apart. But most important thing, we saw our teams got heart. Luka making records and Kyrie making moves. When there's breaking news, Relle and King got it for you. When you wanna see some damn perspective views, when you on YouTube, make you know who the shoot. Whether you wanna talk or vent or who's who, just keep it respectful to my Glow Yard crew. At WTN, just to speak to the panel, and welcome to the We Talk Mavs channel. Nico, run it back. Nico, run it back. Nico, run it back. When October comes.
YouTube, Glow Yard Gang, MFFLs, podcast listeners all over the globe, guys. Welcome to a brand spanking new episode of We Talk Mavs Members Edition. If y'all was being good like me, you could have got a sticker like this right here, man. Listen, man, this is your boys Relle and King from We Talk Mavs, man. We talk Dallas Mavs from a fan's perspective. We got some breaking news. Breaking news, King. This is a player that King is excited for, man. He already got his jersey pre-ordered. And said he kind of want to patent this game after this man.
I did.
Jamarian Sharp just got signed, y'all, to a 1-year deal. He just came down the pipe. Shout out to Bleacher Report. It says TNT and Rise Management, or it says Rise Management tells TNT and Bleacher Report that they just signed Jamarian Sharp. As y'all know, he's like 7'5", 150. Played on the summer league team. King said he loves this guy so much and he wants him to start over Derek Lively and over Daniel Gafford.
Right.
And he will be copping the jersey as soon as the show is over with. So yes, it just happened, y'all. Breaking news. I know y'all are so excited. I know that's the greatest news y'all ever heard. I know that's the greatest signing of the offseason. Yes.
Maybe Richard gets his wish now. Maybe they moving away from the white power and Maxi Kleber, son. I don't know, man.
Man, I don't know. So I'm just telling. So let me read it to y'all. This is exactly what it says right here. Undrafted free agent center Jamarian Sharp, tallest player in college at 7'5", has reached an agreement on a 1-year deal with the Dallas Mavericks. His agent Scott Nichols of Rise Management tells TNT and Bleacher Report. So it doesn't say a 2-way or anything like that. It doesn't say like a camp invite or nothing like that. It actually says a 1-year deal. So I'm just trying to figure out how. Because we didn't have any roster spots. Spencer took our last roster spot. There's rumors right now that Dallas is supposed to be re-signing Markieff Morris. And the only way that they're going to be able to do that, they have to cut AJ Lawson. So I don't think they would cut AJ Lawson for Jamarian Sharp. I don't know. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I don't know. You really want him to be your third center?
I'd rather have the white. That's just me.
Yeah, same. But I mean, that's the news.
How old is he?
That I'm not sure. Hold on. I don't know. Let's see.
Joe, you know how old he is? I know Joe's in the comments right now. He's saying he's a 2-way. Not on the 15-man roster, but you know how old he is?
Let's see. He spelled his boy name.
J Sharp with the E. That's all. I don't spell his first name.
He's 22.
Ooh. I mean, he's still a project though. He's still young enough. So I mean, I don't know. I guess, man. If we were at the same point before with Moses Brown and all, remember? but we were actually trying to find a starting center. At this point, when you're trying to get your third center, if he's like a project, 7'5", 22-year-old, I mean, why not? I mean, maybe you get something from him. And at some point, like we discussed before, you might have to move on from Daniel Gafford. So maybe get yourself prepared. That's not to get people, like I said, I don't want people to feel a certain way about me saying that. Like, I think Daniel Gafford going to spend the rest of his contract here, and he might come back again. But with Derek Lively, you just saw that. Shout out to Jared Allen getting the contract as well after Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, I'm trying to tell folks to get yourself prepared for Lively, at least getting a max, if not a super max, depending on how his career goes.
Yeah, I don't know about Gafford getting moved anytime soon because he has a very 10 years later, very, very, very favorable contract. I think he's only making like 12 or 13 million. So
I'm talking about the end, not doing it. Yeah. I'm talking once. He only got like 2 years left, I think.
Yeah, I think it's like 2 years.
Yeah, so I'm saying I think that whole lineup was everybody getting the 2 years to get them prepared or whatever. But after them 2 years, I'm saying I think Gafford might try to be a starter somewhere, seeing how much centers getting paid. That's what I'm saying. So you might want to start, looking for somebody else, especially if that's around the time you're gonna have to think about paying Derek Lively.
I mean, if Hartenstein got a contract and he was a backup,
yeah, I thought last year Gafford was better than Hartenstein. So if that was the case and Gafford was a free agent last year, Gafford would have got $30 million.
But yeah, that's the only thing that's out there right now, man. Mav related. That just came down.
That's wild to think of, right? Gafford would have got $30 million, but he would have. Especially if he'd waited after Isaiah Hartenstein to sign a contract.
I'm trying to make sure before I go on if there's anything else that dropped up. No, I think that's it, man. I think that's it. Nope, no, it ain't. There is something that dropped, King. It's this. You thought that man that had no moves out there, man. You saw him out there dancing with the stars. Nigeria.
My light-skinned brother, man. My light-skinned brother. He did me proud, man, with that dance. I was proud of him. I know what's his name? Daggone Johnny B gonna have something to say about it, but he out there showing off, man.
Man, look, man. Not just that video, but Klay is really showing a lot of energy, man, this offseason. He seemed like he's rejuvenated, like he's motivated, like he's happy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think all of that's gonna bode well for us this coming off season. He's not one of those players that who just talks it and don't back it up. You know what I mean? Like he has 4 rings for a reason. So I think we all sit here and laugh with the dancing and all that stuff, but man, I still think all this adds up to a great season for us, man. So
yeah,
shout out to Klay, man.
Before we continue, I know it was like a playful tone and all right now, but I want to send prayers. I know you do as well, Relle, to Big J and his family.
Yes,
shout out to him. I know his son experiences seizures, and he's going through an episode right now. So, Big J, prayers out to you and your fam, bro. Just letting you know we didn't forget about you. We appreciate what you do. So, thank you.
Yeah, we meant to say that on the last show. Big J, one of the members of the channel, one of the closest and one of the day ones. Like I said, man, it's not easy, especially if it's your child. Parents don't love to see their child suffer, man. And I definitely have our prayers here at We Talk Mavs, man. I told my wife too, Big J, man. She said, your family's in her prayers too, man. So we definitely appreciate you, man. We hope that everything goes well for your son. Hope he gets better. Strengthen the family, strengthen your son. And yeah, man. And people can come back soon, man. Hope we'll see you soon. All right, man. You ready to get to the glow yard, man?
Yeah, man. I thought you were gonna run that Klay video back one time though.
You said what you say, cuz? Who's it? Who's that? The other dude. That's
this, ain't it? Azili? Or
thank
was
you.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Azili. Yeah.
He
He played
got
for the Warriors.
my man out there. I didn't get that excited for a video pause since Russell Westbrook was doing the what is it? What's the dude name? I forgot his name. Not Yachty. Uzi, Lil Uzi Vert. Now I do what I want. When Russ was getting it on that commercial, man. So go ahead, man. Klay. I'm a dancer myself, man. I like dancing. I enjoy dancing. I'm just a happy dude in general. So
is Klay.
Yeah, exactly. Some people will call us light skin, as I said.
Welcome to the Glow Yard, as I said. We finna get to these questions and comments, man, from everybody, man. Yeah. Listen, man.
Hold on. Did you show love to the partner of the channel?
Yeah, I showed love to you.
Oh, okay.
You said this. Let's see. Hold on. Now I'm gonna say that one for last. This time because that's gonna feed right into something we doing right into. Okay. So let's do it. Right. So yeah, let's show some love to listen, man. Let's show some love to the sponsors of the channel, and with the sponsors of the channel, we asked you go down to the description box, copy you a brand new Klay Thompson jersey. But check this out though.
Before we continue, we want to give a special shout out to Fanatics for hooking the channel up with a personalized link for you guys and ladies to get all of your official NBA Dallas Mavericks merchandise and apparel. If you're interested in helping the channel at all, please scan the QR code on the screen or check out the link in the description. We appreciate all of the continued support, and big thanks go out to Fanatics once more for hooking us up over here at We Talk Mavs.
Yes, sir. Like I said, man, y'all see Klay out here doing the La Bamba, which I go ahead and scroll on down to the description box. Copy you a brand new Klay Thompson jersey, man. Them joints just hit the press. They fresh out here. King was showing off the other day. He showed me a picture of the jersey, man. The blue with the 31 on it, man. Looking fresh, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think about getting the Klay Thompson jersey, man.
I think I am too.
Yeah, that's and he got my favorite number on. So yeah. But listen, man. We're finna get to the questions in the comments from the Glow Yard members. Join us here on the show. There's only some simple things that we ask of y'all, man. Please make sure that your audio is clear, so don't have, babies in the background crying, washing dryers going, dogs wrestling, yards cutting, mailman talking to you, shouting out your neighbor, telling them to shut up and leave you alone. None of that. We just need no noise in the background, y'all. We need it nice and quiet in the background. That is. Because we post these as a podcast, so we don't want the people listening to the podcast, man, to hear all that extra stuff in the background. Also, too, if any super chats come in, man, we take those first. So if any super chats come in, we have to stop and show love to the people that's showing love to the channel in that special way. All right, man. What is a super chat? Just click on that super chat option and it'll tell you. But yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, man. So we're gonna bring you guys up, man. See what y'all talking about out here in these streets, man. In these Mav streets out here, man. Because I don't even know. Really ain't too much to talk about right now, man.
This y'all show today.
Yeah, it's y'all show, man. A lot of zero dark 30s going on out here, man. Other than Klay doing the Dances with the Stars out here, man.
You say what?
Dancing with the Stars, man. Nigeria.
Oh, I thought you were gonna show up one more time.
King, I'm not showing it no more, man. All right.
And dude in the middle back there getting it in, man. He got his mouth open in all parts. He was getting it.
Oh
in,
yeah. He was.
My man was getting it in, yo.
All right, man. I got it. I got the link pinned in the comment section, y'all. So for the members of the channel, man, y'all go ahead and join us here.
It felt like
we got a couple.
Oh,
hey, bro, I don't know why that. Okay, just me.
I mean, well, I don't know if Gullah was Bahamas. It was an island.
No, it was
Bahamas, wasn't it? Was Bermuda or Bahamas?
Something I think. I can't remember. I just remember that little yellow, that big old yellow gecko or whatever that thing was came out.
So
Huh?
Benya.
Yeah, Benya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't play around with Benya.
Yeah, man. That's what I was waiting on him to pop out.
Oh
You know what
man.
I'm saying? But yeah, let's go ahead and bring everybody up here, man. Let's see. Yes. Bam. All right. Okay, who got the noise in the background? What's going on? What's up with the popping in the?
Somebody talking to the mailman.
Yeah, somebody talking to mailman's over here. Pots and pans and stuff clinking. What up, y'all? What up, Joe? What up, Nancy?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
How's the business doing, Relle?
She good. She back at work. She ain't too happy, but she happy about the health, but she ain't happy about going back to work.
That's all of us.
Exactly. And we got Johnny B in the building, man. What negativity you got today, Johnny?
Not much. You know, I'm chilling today.
Not much. Not a lot of negativity, but you know.
Things are subject to change at any moment, though. So,
How you feeling about the team in general? Still, Johnny B, you still excited?
yeah, I am.
Are you sure? Where on the street is? You said where on the street is? You got us in the play-in.
A word. I mean,
yeah,
anything can happen.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna be good though. Like, if we ain't the top 4 seed, then like something went wrong.
Yep, I agree.
Injuries. Injuries.
Yeah, like outside of that, like
I hate that word.
But I even think so. We got a team right now where we can deal with injuries unless we get a bunch of injuries.
I mean, it's going to be injuries to Luka first or Kyrie second that would derail things. So maybe Lively third.
I think if Luka got hurt, I think we'd be all right still.
Yeah, if Luka got hurt, I think we can make the playoffs this year.
I agree with that. I was just saying
you move Klay to the 2, then Najee can start. Like, I think we'd be all right still.
But the initial statement was a top 4 seed, and I think if Luka or Kyrie gets hurt,
yes, obviously, yes, we wouldn't.
Yeah. So I don't think this team is really. Oh man, I would hate for something to happen to Lively or Gafford. So for the same reasons I was, complaining for months about we didn't need a guard, we needed a third big. So because I think Maxi's washed. So that's kind of that analysis.
Yeah, I just don't think. I was kind of saying the last show. I don't think they're going to play the tandem role this year with Gafford and Lively. I think it's Lively's job, and then Gafford's the backup. I think so. I don't want to say worry as much. I'm still worried if one of them get hurt, but like it's Lively's job. Gafford shouldn't get hurt. Then Lively will be up there a bunch of minutes, and then if Lively's hurt, Gafford will play or whatever. Like I feel like most teams have 2 centers, and then they hope one of them don't get hurt. That's how it works. But I hope we don't get it to White Powell. That would be worst thing ever.
King, what do you think of Relle? What do y'all think about? So we always talk about Lively is going to be better when he puts on weight, and he had a lot of kind of fluky stuff, where you got like knee in the back of the head and then broken nose and things along those lines. And putting on weight isn't necessarily going to prevent those type of injuries. And I'm wondering, obviously I'd love him to be 260 and just as springy as he is right now. Pause. But I'm kind of worried. Do y'all think his injuries were fluky last year, or do you think that that's a product of him being young and just kind of getting pushed around?
Both.
Yeah,
I think it's just young, him getting pushed around, fluky, but like none of his injuries. We play with Jason Kidd in them, and Jason Kidd will give you like a week. We already talked about the paid time off the Mavericks will give you for like a hangnail or something like that. So
he protects them. Yes,
I think that's part of the reason he was out as many games as he was. But I don't think it's a injury-prone problem. Like, no, knock on wood, no, like, not knives or surgery, anything like that. And then also about the getting weight. Everybody just gain muscle. Like, it ain't about, obviously, I want them to gain fat, but get a little muscle so you can jump the same way and you can just bully people back. And I think that comes over time. He'll be fine, I think.
Muscle does protect you from joint injuries and things along those lines. I think Luka's legs are freakishly strong, and I think they're really, really well developed. And so that a lot of the injuries that he has, or a lot of the kind of bumps and bruises and things he has to his knees, if he didn't have as much strength and flexibility through his lower body, that he would be missing a lot more time than what he does. So, God, that man hits the ground a lot.
There's a lot of Luka plays that he does with his legs. Where I'm like, man, if I tried that, I think I tore my knee.
Or the deceleration looks
it's just in general, like, man, that looks like it hurts, and it scares me. But that's what he can do. That's his superpower.
That deceleration move he does. I mean, everybody's like, "Oh, why isn't that more widely used in the NBA?" And that puts so much torque on your knees, especially your ACL. That's a dangerous move for lesser humans. So, yeah.
Like, hey, Ken, you want to read this one?
Oh, Big J, a Glow Y'all member. He said, "Thank you to everyone for your prayers and encouragement. We are still in the hospital, but he is making progress. It's never as fast as we want it to be, but it's progress." We understand, Big J, man. And like I said, we here with you. Appreciate you watching us in the hospital, Big J, man. That's love. But we all here for you, man. We passing that positive energy like a spirit bomb.
You said no Goku?
No Goku.
What up, Glenn?
He just popped off. I don't know whether he lost.
What's happening?
Oh,
there he is. What's up, man? What's on your Klay dancing in the streets mind out here, man?
I mean, I do think I would like to see us grab another big. What
you mean, man? We got the greatest third center of all time, man. It's Sharp.
You mean? I mean, yeah. If you want a center that's a $176 and weight, yeah.
Right.
But I do like our two-way. I think Kessler Edwards is really, really a surprise. He may already be somebody to contend with Omax as far as, except his age, he's like 24.
Okay. Yeah, he's not the only person I heard say that.
Oh yeah, 6'7", 205 pounds. He's a really strong perimeter defender. He can play the 4, very similar to Omax, but he can shoot the 3. Don't pay attention to his percentage. He can shoot. That's the best thing he does is bombing from long range, and he can play defense in the post and on the perimeter. So I've always thought with the right team he could be a starter, to be honest with you. So we'll see. We'll see if we're the right team.
You said he's 24, Glenn?
Yeah, he's 24.
How old is Omax? 23?
Omax is 21 this season. He played at 21.
Who's 24?
Kessler Edwards.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Omax is only 21? I thought he's 22 at least.
He may be 22 now.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he did. Yeah, he just turned 22. Remember, like, I think a month ago?
Yeah.
Or a few weeks ago.
I don't think he's too far away from him.
No. So, I mean, it's just another example of Nico scrapping the bargain bin and finding – I can't believe this guy's on a two-way. That's all I'm going to say.
So you saying expect an Exum DJJ type of impact, possibly?
If he gets
opportunity,
we're so stacked. I can't really see him breaking the lineup. But if we had the same team like Grant Williams going into next season, I could see us using him as a secondary rotation piece. Like if we didn't have PJ, I could see him being the second big.
Could he possibly get time if Omax, quote unquote, was to get? I mean, not Omax. Maxi Kleber was the quote unquote to get injured, like he may do.
I mean, he could. Kessler's a little light in the butt, so he needs to put on weight. He's more effective at the 3 than he is at the 4, but he can play the 4.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Big J said Omax turned 22 on July 3rd. Yeah, I knew he had a birthday recently.
Yeah, I like the idea of having, obviously, it's the same thing with Dwight and Maxey and how they've gotten pushed down and things along those lines, but keeping the bottom of the roster on short-term deals like 1 years or 1-and-1s with the team option so we can bottom of the roster, turn over the 2-ways, turn over those E10s, and you come and they spend a year in our system and they're working like this Sharp kid who's about 23. Yeah, he's going to be 23 this month. And then see if he, if a year he really develops, and then you can kind of move him into the bottom of your roster. We're kind of stuck here for the next 2 years because we've got White and Maxey taking up $15 million. But I'm in favor of this Sharp kid getting an opportunity to work in our G League program for a year. I wish Big J was on the stage because he could probably talk or speak more to what that development process looks like since he's wired into that community. So, but I know he's got things going on.
Do y'all think that they're bringing all these guys in? Maybe these like mid-tweener guys, the 6'8" guys, 6'7" guys, like y'all saying, because Jason Kidd doesn't really like when he goes away from Gafford and Lively, he wants to play a small ball lineup, like we know.
Mhm.
So he wants to possibly find the guys that can fit that mold.
Makes sense for how he thinks or how he likes to do. He's never going to totally move away from that small ball lineup because at times it works. It just wasn't really working with Maxey because he could give you some defense, but he was getting blown past so badly from people like Murray and different people when we played the Celtics. It was really bad.
And his offense is trash, Nancy.
Yeah, he's afraid to shoot.
Yeah.
And Nico is definitely signaled by what he said, who he's tried to bring into the team, and what the players have said that they've encouraged him to work on, and which is dribbling. So, for a while there, the NBA was trending towards small ball fives and 3-and-D wings. And now they're kind of going, okay, we're not moving away from that, but it's evolving into 3-and-D wings who can attack closeouts, who can put the ball on the ground. And, like PJ Washington, I bet you he's working a lot on his left hand because, we teased about Tatum and Brown can only go right, but even PJ was even more obvious than them. So I like the fact that they're bringing in guys, longer, lengthier guys, and then having them work on putting the ball on the ground. So
I'm very
Big J.
excited to see. I see you, Big J. I'm gonna have the mic, but I'm very excited to see a lineup with PJ and Najee in it together. Like
Yeah.
if they're the two bigs,
yes,
like when you stretch the floor, like I think that might be a damaging lineup this year.
I agree that, and have PJ play the small ball 5, Najee 4, maybe Quentin play the 3. I mean, because
even if Klay was playing, Joe, either way, Klay playing on the floor with them two or Quentin playing the 3, I think that's going to be dangerous. Like the spread, the spacing of the floor, I should say, and the defensive versatility with both of your 4 and your 5 may not be the tallest guy, but they both have a 7'1" wingspan.
Yeah, I'd like to know what is the guy's name? The blow orange Knicks guy. What's his name?
Freezy.
Yeah, I wonder what he has to say about Quentin being able to play the 3. I know we can play the 2. I'm just wondering if we were going to some type of like defensive lineup, if Quentin could do that, because he's honestly, if you watch him play and his highlights, man, he was actually a pretty solid defender. And I like how he's like really his below the how do you say this without having a pause come. He's got really well developed muscles in his legs. Yeah. Yeah.
Like Luka. He's but Quentin Grimes, he can play the 3. Like the thing is, this day and age, I mean, Kidd plays 3 guards and 2 forwards. Think about it. Exum wasn't a 3 before he played the 3. Frank Ntilikina wasn't a 3 before he played the 3 at times. Like, I just think they're fine. As long as you can play defense and you got guys behind you, it's about versatility instead of actually having a position at that point.
Yeah.
I had to get in for just a second, y'all.
Go ahead, Richard.
Hold
up, Richard. Before you go, they're going to get at you like they did in the comments.
I don't care. I don't give a shit. I'm old enough to not care one damn way or another. That's the great thing about getting older, y'all. I promise it is.
Amen.
Now, that being said, as long as you've got idiots out there like Slightly Powwow and Nick And even Marcel, I can't believe Marcel sit out there and they're telling people that Maxie and Dwight are good. Well, the idiots and the children that don't know no better are going with that. So I don't blame the Mavs fans. I don't even blame Maxie and Dwight. I blame the hype machine is keeping them in. Now I'm sorry, and I spoke my piece, and I'm good. And everybody have a wonderful day, and happy birthday to me yesterday. Happy late birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Rich.
So yeah, I'm a little hungover and laid up, so I'm not gonna be on here with y'all. But I couldn't let the Maxi stuff go, y'all.
Did you turn 91?
I turned 53.
Damn, you're old.
Oh,
Okay, I was a couple years off.
Yeah, I ain't as old as everybody thinks.
appreciate you, Richard. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Now it's back all y'all. I got my piece in.
You good. I was going to say earlier, I saw the video too from Marcel. I was talking to Relle about it. I was like, Marcel talking about Maxi good at and shout out to Mavs Digest. Marcel talking about Maxi okay at defense. Let me ask y'all this question, and maybe this will stop the argument in the conversation. We got Najee Marshall this year. Najee Marshall going to be off the bench, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. If Najee Marshall played the defense that Maxi played last year and shot the amount of times he did and did what he did last year, is it a success or a failure?
He wouldn't see the floor.
It's a failure.
You would all say it's a failure, right? Everybody
Yeah.
in this stage right now and in the
Wait.
comments all say it's a failure, right?
Hey, King, I'm gonna do one even better. I'm gonna do one better.
Go ahead, Relle.
Not that it would be a failure. Would y'all have wanted to sign Najee if you played like Maxi did last year?
No.
Absolutely not.
There you go.
No.
And I'm saying if he comes here right now this year and does the same thing Maxi does, everybody like want to yell at him and say he's trash. Why do we get this guy?
Now,
Yep.
now,
Finding a
now
way to call
y'all,
Maxi good.
just a little bit of inside information. Najee's not the shooter that everybody's portraying him to be. He can shoot, but he's not Klay Thomas or damn Steph Curry.
He's better than
But
Maxi.
but that being said, he can play 3 and 4.
Mhm.
I
Hold
mean,
on.
he can play small forward and power forward, and in a bind can guard a 2 guard.
Wait a second. He's consistent as can be from the corner.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he has to play above the break. When he's playing weak side above the break, he's really good at attacking downhill, which is going to open up that lob game. So
That's absolutely correct, Joe.
He's
Yeah.
the opposite 3-point shooter as PJ Washington. PJ Washington used to struggle on the corners but can shoot the wing threes. Najee struggles on the wings but can shoot the corner like 41%, I think.
See something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
And both of them shoot better than Maxi Kleber. So
And both of them shoot better than DJJ too.
Yep. So
Man, I had a guy named Colton Dodd. I don't know if y'all know him, but he's on Locked On. He come out and called me out on Marcel's. Why are you so negative to Maxie and Dwight? What
Richard,
did
that was
they
us.
ever do to you?
that was us, Richard. That was our comments. That's why I made the comment. That was in our comments. He went at you.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I get mixed up on all
understand.
the different spots sometimes. But yeah, I mean, it's like, dude, I like to win, don't you?
You know, here's the issue with those two guys, and I don't want
Shout out to Colton, man.
I'm not trying to make this a Maxie and Dwight hate fest again, because I think that's not necessarily quality content for the guys. But you know, they're 15 million bucks, and everybody's like, oh, we could trade Maxie. If we have limited assets, and everybody's, we'll throw in a couple second rounds. Well, they don't like spawn into more second rounds what we have. So we have 2 second rounds and 2 firsts. And if we could get rid of 1 second round to get off of Maxie and Dwight, or maybe both second rounds, that I would talk about it. But then we don't have any more.
And
right?
it took 3, Joe, to move Timmy. So do you think it's not going to take a first to move Maxie?
That's what
and
I'm
Dwight?
saying. And that's like, you're just like, we're just kind of stuck with them. They're like luggage. Once you get it, you can never get rid of it. You know?
If I can get a guy, I would have used another analogy, Joe, but luggage is a good one.
That was my respectful of Nancy analogy there.
I appreciate it because Sticks would not have said luggage.
No.
But I feel like I would possibly get off a first for him I know I was all on the board of saying no, I'm not getting up a first. If we get a guy that I know for sure is going to play and be the backup power forward, if we solidify our lineup and for sure I may give up one of those first because I think we're
So you
towards.
can give up a first and Maxey for Wendell Carter Jr.?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
If I got back a second or two with it, I would do it at a hard. There's say
don't even need
6
that.
players out there that are worth doing that trade with, but every one of them I would want at least 1 second round pick back. I mean, Stewart's one. The guy you just named is one. I mean, the guy I like is one.
You
There's
saying
players
the second round
out
pick
there.
player. I got you, Richard. I'm like a second. My thing with Joe, you said the second round pick, Joe. Can't you buy second round picks though?
Yeah, you can. You can. I got a question though. How much does Carter make?
12 and a half.
Yeah, he's
okay.
close.
So to make that money work, because we're hard capped at the first apron. To make that money work, you would either have to trade Keith, or more likely you would have to trade Hardy, because we can't take on. I think we're $400,000 under the cap. So
can we do Maxey and Dwight Powell? I know this is hypothetical, and we keep going to this over and over again.
Wendell Carter makes 11.
Yeah, can we
11.95.
Yeah,
Maxey, Dwight, and then get Wendell Carter and somebody else, like Richard said.
Sure, we could do that straight up. I mean, Orlando's.
Yeah, but Cause what's the name? Maxey make 11.9.
Yeah,
yeah. He makes 11 flat.
And they
okay.
And they don't have to be. They can take on the contract, right? They could take on Powell if they wanted to.
Sure, but
they have the money.
They're going to want assets. I mean, but this is a good draft to get it because we're going to be picking hopefully somewhere between 25 and 30, right? And because it's the draft order, other than the lottery, is set by record, so it doesn't matter if you win, you don't get the 30th pick. You could finish, with the 25th best record, and you don't get the 30th pick if you win the chip. So that's
wait a minute. Don't the people that's over the second tax bracket, don't they go like 30th? Don't that automatically knock them down?
No, not for their picks.
That's not.
Yeah, no, yo, I think Johnny B is older, so I heard something about that. I don't know.
If you over the second, they'll move you down in the draft.
Hold on. BJ, hold on, BJ, go ahead, explain it.
Yeah, Big J, what?
That's that's the 32 pick is frozen at the last pick. Yeah. If you're over the second apron for, I believe it's more than 2 years. It's not the first year.
Oh, it's the second round pick, right?
No. It's the first round pick in the 32nd in the 32 draft. That one's frozen.
Oh, in the 32. I got you. Okay.
It's got to be 2 years. 2 years like that though. You can if you're over it for 2 years.
Hold up. They're about to start penalizing teams. Y'all saying by moving your draft pick, so you can be a team. You could be a team that's just in financial hell and be bad for the year and not be able to get a lottery pick.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Oh, this NBA about to get crazy.
Well, they're doing that, kid, to try to stop the tanking. They don't want teams stopping playing at the All-Star break and trying to lose. They don't want that. They want the teams evenly competitive and competing from game 1 to game 82, and they're gonna make it happen. It might take a couple of years to get it there, but they are gonna make it happen.
Think about teams like remember when Kevin Garnett and the Minnesota Timberwolves got in trouble, and they were getting
Joe
players
Smith
and all that. Like they would have been stuck. Like imagine having a star player and you just came from an era where you had the Suns. Let's use the Suns for example. The Suns paid all this money. They look like they might be about to go through a little hardship real quick. You telling me if they can't get off their money, that they could possibly not even be able to get a high pick in the draft?
They can keep it together this year, King. But if they don't win a championship this year, they have to move somebody. If they win a championship now, even if they win a championship next year, they still got to break it up.
But the problem with that is, beyond that is, because they're with a second apron, remember, they have to do salary for salary match, and you cannot aggregate players.
How did they get out of that?
Hold on. It doesn't have to be a salary match. They could trade Devin Booker, who would be making 50, or KD, who's making 50, for somebody who's making 30. So that's how they would do that. But even for them, they would still be over the second apron if they traded that person.
So being over the second apron, Joe, you don't got to do 1 for 1 because they're already over the second apron, right?
No, you have to do 1 for 1. You can't aggregate players. In other words, you can't trade 4 players to come up with $50 million to make up for Devin Booker's salary. It has to be Devin Booker for one player.
Got you,
So,
but the other team can take on a contract, is what you're saying.
They'd
yeah,
have to be under the cap by that
So
amount.
they would be able to handle, like, if they can send you a $30 million player, but they'd be wanting to take Devin Booker and have an extra $20 million to be able to take care of. I got you. I see.
Hey.
What's crazy about it though, y'all, is and Big J and Joe know way more about it than I do. Y'all, I don't think we understand all the repercussions to this.
We don't, because what it sounds like is a bunch of good players about to start going to bad teams.
Maybe.
If that's the way to get out of it, what Joe said, the way to cure everything, you either got to find a team that just does 1-for-1, like we said, or you're going to have to trade a guy to a bad team that can take on the salary.
Well, you won't have a 40-year-old LeBron James making $50 million because you'll be scared you can't get rid of him.
Yeah,
is what that'll
It's only
do.
1-for-1s. They can only do like 1-and-1s. Bron doing 1-and-1, so his won't really matter because you're done after the year. But guys that get long-term contracts,
No, they ain't gonna be no more. The contracts are too big, King. I've been telling y'all that for a little while. They're fixing to go to a 1-and-1.
it's going to be. I think they're about to have a strike soon. Then
no,
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
you're making $100
They're
million
gonna
a
get
year.
for 1
It's-
year, $63 million contract.
the players are going to be like, are the players going to just start taking 1-year contracts though?
I mean,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, you can't risk losing $100 million a year contract, King, because you want more, even if it's fair. I'm not saying that it's fair or not fair. I'm not getting into that. Yeah, that's for when the strike comes. But for
Hey,
right
Ned.
now,
they're not. There's not going to be a strike, guys, because of the fact
They signed it.
Yeah,
they signed it, but I don't think they know how bad it's going to be, Joe.
They
Like, a lot
don't.
of people might be naive until they realize until players move and it actually happens.
well,
But, Joe,
CJ McCollum, Chris Paul, and one other cat. I do not know the third one, so I don't want to misquote somebody or miscredit somebody for it. But those three pushed this thing going through because I don't remember what to catch. I watched a big article on it and they pumped it to go through. And the guy on the article was saying, then y'all don't understand what y'all are doing. This is bad, but y'all have done signed it. So now you're stuck with it.
Bro, the salary cap got to go up a ton. It got to go up a ton.
Here's the issue is that for most teams, right? And then this year you're seeing you got the 4 second apron teams, and I think you've got 2 teams that are between the first and second apron, which is Miami and the Lakers. So you've got 6 teams, and so that's like total. So 24 teams basically have a hard cap. And the problem with the hard cap is that you still got to pay your superstars, right? You still got to pay, your average Dak Prescott type of quarterback player just because of who he is. You got to still pay Steph Curry $63 million a year. Is that you've killed your middle class.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was going to say that the ones in the
That's
middle
what
are really going to get screwed here.
And that's why I'm saying teams that got like more than 1 star. So I'm starting to think about
You're
our
not.
team.
You'll have 2 stars.
So now I'm starting to see why Joe and Richard, why you guys were feeling the way about Lively, because now we're about to have a bunch of stars on the team, and this team going to decide either we stuck and we're going to try to win it out, or we need to get out of
we
this.
pick the 2 we want and we trade everybody else and start building around them again. Those are our 2 options.
Kyrie can't.
Everything
Kyrie
Joe
can't.
has told me and everything I've caught and what little bit we've all put together, y'all, it's been to get interesting.
If Kyrie doesn't,
think we may see.
he may not be here.
It's a salary cap. There's an NBA salary cap. We've never had that. Now we have that.
If Kyrie doesn't take a pay cut, he may not be here.
Yes, sir, he won't be.
Yeah, that's what Richard and I've been saying. Is like you could sign Kyrie to an extension, but he's going to have to do like what Chris Paul did, where Chris Paul had that 1 year at $45 million, and he opted out and took a 3-year, $90 million deal. But the last year, basically, he didn't get paid on because that last year was this past season, and his $30 million option didn't get picked up, and that's why so many players are upset with CJ McCollum. We're like, yeah, this is a good deal for you because your ass is making. Sorry, Nancy, you're making $33 million.
Right.
But if it's about to hurt CJ though. CJ probably about to be on a bad team.
CJ's about to make
CJ's about to be out of the league.
That's what I'm saying. They're about to trade CJ to a bad team because CJ is the third link on that team. So if you're trying to get off of money,
well, and just think about the Memphis Grizzlies, the Orlando Magic. I mean, hell, that's why the cat in Boston. I mean, everybody talks about the Celtics and the Lakers. Genie Bus ain't got money. Not compared to all the other owners. The Boston people
she's
don't.
The second wealthiest. Or sorry, Richard, just interrupt to give you some
Go
insight.
ahead.
She of all the 30 owners, she's 29th in wealth.
Yeah.
And you know why, right? Because remember, a lot of those other owners are getting their revenue from stuff outside of the NBA.
Outside of the NBA, and it came over.
The NBA is her revenue.
Yeah.
Yep. And she's got her whole family working for there. So there's a lot of people on that, you know.
I mean, she's taking care of the Bus family.
Kyrie got to take 3 for $90 with the third year being a player option.
Kid, are you willing to do that? I mean, it's the same thing. This Klay Thomas contract is gonna educate us on what we're gonna do.
I'm fine with Klay Thomas.
I'm fine. I'm fine
sorry.
with Kyrie getting a 3 for $90 because Klay took the pay cut. Like I want to. You gotta be fair. You feel me? Kyrie is still right now the second best player on our team. He may not be for much longer, but he is for right now. So I would give him the $30 million, seeing that Isaiah Hartenstein's in the market and knowing the salary cap is still going to go up. If Luka's going to get 80 mil or 70 mil average, you got to give Kyrie at least a 30 mil. You feel me? Like that. That's just a respect thing as far as that. And if Klay getting 16.6, the issue going to become when Lively. I said in these 5 years, these 4 more years we got, we better win 1 or 2 because when Lively come up for a contract, that's going to be at least a max.
I would say that Lively and Luka will get the max. By that time, Klay and Kyrie
might be gone.
Whether you like it or want to admit it or not likely be. They will be gone.
Yeah, and here's the scary thing about Lively, which is a good problem to have. And you know, I mean, do y'all really think? I mean, if they're talking about him, you know, really playing out there on the perimeter and developing a 3 and developing a mid-range shot, I mean, they're profiling him like Bam, and Bam just got paid.
Yep.
So
he's taller. They're talking about like Anthony Davis, like Anthony Davis, Kevin Garnett, dude, and he's taller than them.
So I think if Lively, we're going to know a lot about Lively. He's going to take this. We're going to know a lot about him this year, and if he takes a jump, and certainly after the 3rd year, and if he takes that jump like King's talking about, the guy's he's a max player. And he makes an all-defensive team. He might be a super max.
That's what I think he's going to be.
And he's a clutch client, so you know Rich not taking nothing less than that.
Y'all don't think Lively going to get
clutch.
accolades? Like, y'all don't think Lively going to get I think he's going to be an all-star at some point. He's great. Multiple-time all-star, really, the way I saw. Make all-NBA, all defense.
Let me ask you this. Would Lively look the same if he wasn't playing with Luka?
It doesn't matter. So DeAndre Jordan didn't either.
No, and that's honestly. That's one of those things where, you know, you take some quarterback and you send him to this team and he sucks, and then you send him with Sean McVay or Andy Reid, and then they turn into Patrick Mahomes and, you know, things like that. I mean, I know I'm using lots of football analogies because they're more easily translatable for this, but yeah, Lively's great because he's playing with Luka.
He's playing in the right system with the right mindset. He has the right mindset wanting to grow, and he's playing in the system that will help him grow. He has the little intangibles like the shooting the midi, the shooting the 3, where if they help him bring that out, like will make him something spectacular. So it's kind of a product of both. It's like anybody else. Like, where do you fit? You can go to a team and be lost.
Yeah, because you could put Lively on Orlando and he would be 3rd string and getting 4 or 5 minutes a night, just because who's in front of him. So, and he doesn't have a point guard.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Nancy.
Yeah, the thing about Lively, and I was thinking about this the other day, you know, because we talk so much about how much he's grown this year. It's crazy to think that, yes, he might look different on another team, but the reason he grew so much and so fast is because he was playing with 2 superstar Hall of Famers, you know, and that's the thing that,
Point guards.
Yeah, you know, and that's the thing that's helped him grow. And he himself has said that, you know, that playing with 2 guys like that, coming out of the lottery, You don't go on a team like that. You know, this is like 1 in a million that, you know, we're getting the very best of Derek Lively that we got, but also what's also skyrocketed that is the fact that he's playing with 2 superstars that are future Hall of Famers and one of the best offensive players in this generation and possibly at the end of his career to ever play the game.
These are the rare situations that create dynasties. Is what I say. You look at Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan was a luck up team. Like the San Antonio Spurs weren't a bad organization. David Robinson just got injured the year before, so they got the number 1 pick. So Tim Duncan went to a team that was already established as a generational guy that made him a dynasty. LeBron James went back to Cleveland. They had the number 1 pick. They used the number 1 pick to get Kevin Love, made him a dynasty because you already got a good organization with a great pick already. Like
Kyrie too.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. And they had Kyrie. You once you get, if you already have an established like organization and you get a high pick, usually that's why I worry about Memphis.
That's why Golden State completely screwed this up. Golden State had the perfect storm of bad things, and then Steve Kerr, they drafted those players. Steve Kerr didn't develop those players, and now they're screwed. So,
and I was going to say Cole said too right there, because Cole, if you listen to the comments, Luka said that he grew because of Lively. Kyrie grew because of Lively. Like it was a two-way. The reason that Luka looked so amazing last year is because Lively was there. So it goes both ways. You're right, Cole.
Yeah, because Luka threw lobs to Lively that I don't even know how Lively caught the ball, much less completed the fucking. Sorry, Dancy, completed the lob.
That's what he's doing. He's Lively is becoming his security blanket. He understood during the season, bro. If I just throw this ball up, this dude's gonna try at least go for it.
Hey, Joe.
Yep.
I was gonna say too. You know, you talk about Golden State fumbling, but you remember they took instead of taking LaMelo Ball, they ended up picking. I forgot his name now.
Wiseman.
Yeah, they took. Yeah, so they could have had instead of all the rest of they could have kept Kuminga and the rest of the guys, but they could have had LaMelo Ball backing up, or replacing even Klay.
But I still Wiseman is like he was a raw talent. I mean, it wasn't like nobody thought other than Golden State that he was worthy of that high of a pick.
Wiseman went to the wrong team, Joe.
Yes, that's exactly
what happened.
The Golden State Warriors don't use centers. Like, you feel me? Like, that's a team that doesn't like the center position. So why use a guy that has all the potential at center when you still got a whole team of guys in their prime? Like, it wasn't like Klay and Steph and them weren't in their prime at that point. They were.
Matter of fact, I saw this guy talking about it. I don't remember who it was, and he was talking about Klay's numbers last year, his efficiency whenever he was playing with Trace Jackson Davis, who's a good center, man. That guy's got some exciting upside. It was considerably better when he was playing with Trace Jackson Davis as opposed to he wasn't, and so that figured into Klay Thompson's analysis that he fits in well with Dallas because
he is one of the best off-guard playmakers in the NBA. I've been yelling that since we got him, and I don't think people listening to me. Klay Thompson is one of the best off-guard playmakers in the NBA, y'all. I'm talking about pure two-guard as far as getting people involved off that pick and roll and all that type of stuff.
Wait till you see Najee Marshall and the things he does, King. Oh, my goodness. He is exciting on that off-ball creation.
Just give y'all something to maybe possibly look forward to the trade deadline. The way I've been seeing it, Minnesota can't keep Nas. They're going to have to trade him, and they're going to have to trade that other forward because nobody's taking Cat, and they can't because the apron thing. This would be their second year. They can't keep it together. Not when they're trying to fight with an old owner and a sales and this and that. They might blow that damn team up at the end of the season.
Well, Memphis is going to have 3 max players too. They're going to have to do things differently as well. So, because Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, and Ja, you can't have 3 guys. I mean, they got to win too, which I think Memphis is.
Bane max, Joe?
Who? Bane's a max too. Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, when do we have to use that trade exception we were talking about with Big J and Richard?
I mean, to be perfectly frank with you, because $400,000 or $500,000 from the cap. That trade exception is going to expire, and
Yeah.
some ridiculous number
You
like
get a year
over
for a trade exception. You got 1 year from the date when you get it.
Yeah, that's true, Johnny B. But about 80% of all trade exceptions in the NBA are never used.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't use the one that we
The
got
last
from
one.
trading Berton.
Yeah, the last one we got, we were sitting there like, what's
Well,
going on? And we
No,
did.
we did use a Berton.
We
That's how
did
we ended up
use it.
getting Rashawn. Yeah, that's how we got Rashawn Holmes.
It was
Which
one of them that
that's how we got Gafford.
No,
One of the
but we
biannual
didn't
and
use the whole
MLA.
thing, though, is what I'm saying.
It was before then. It was before then. I think it was with the Harrison Barnes trade. We got a trade exception.
I knew it was something where we got one.
Yeah, we didn't use that one. Yeah, we didn't use that one.
We didn't
White
use.
Powell might be a top 3 player on Canada. Y'all better stop playing. Go.
We didn't use the Seth Curry trade exception either. We just most of the time they don't get used. They get thrown into deals to make deals work, or they're used to get off of salary, and then you get the trade exception back. But especially with this hard cap, trade exceptions are going to be. They're just not going to be used. I mean, it's going to be even before when there wasn't a hard cap. They weren't often used because people didn't want to go that far into the luxury tax because you're paying somebody $5 million, but with the luxury tax, you're paying 15 for that and penalties. So trade exceptions are largely worthless for a team in our position.
You doing that trade, Rel? I saw you put it on the screen.
Oh yeah, I think we talked about that before. I'll take
absolutely Bobby Porter.
I'll take Bobby Porter.
And he's only got 2 years left on his contract. Y'all know me with older players, but I'm starting to change my way of thinking because of the way the books is having to go.
Yeah.
If we got a 2-year window and I can get Bobby Portis to be my center, I'm doing it.
You hear, Rel?
How old is Bobby Portis?
32, I think, ain't he?
No, he's 34, 36.
34, there you go, even older.
Oh, you
see, guys.
Bro, so that's why I say you only think, and Joe, you can have.
I thought that doesn't work, Joe.
You only go for a couple years now. That's what I was saying before. Like, you got to think about the present right now and not as much of the future because you just got to.
No, he's 29.
Bobby Portis is on Milwaukee, which is $2 million over the second apron. So Bobby Portis, we can't aggregate salaries to trade Maxi Kleber and say Jaden Hardy for Bobby Portis because that's an aggregation.
They drafted his replacement too, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
they
would have to trade a player to get under which they may do. I mean, but they don't have any assets. They can't dump salary for.
I want Bobby Portis, and some other player they got on their bench, right? I don't care who it is, whoever makes the salary work, for Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, and this first-round pick. I'm giving you this first-round pick to take these two dudes. You throw in whoever you want to make the salary match or whatever, and you give me Bobby Portis.
They have to take in less money. They can't aggregate and take in more money.
It can't be the same amount of money?
It could be the same, but we don't have an exact match.
If we do 2 players, we do Dwight and Maxi, which would be, what's that, 15 million? We can't get them to give us this 15 million?
Unless it's an exact match. That's one of the things about the second apron that's kind of messed up. So,
and I don't know if they want to.
I don't think they'll take the what.
So I don't think they want to. That's why I said the first round pick. I wouldn't give up a first round pick for nobody unless I'm sure like Gafford last year. People will worry about the first round pick, but I'm like, that's going to solidify your backup position. Like, I'm fine with that because that means the team is somewhere where it's supposed to be. We know who's playing. If I can get a 4 that I know is going to be the backup 4, I'm not worried about Maxi Kleber. I'll give you that first. And Milwaukee got to start worrying about Giannis and them now. So they might want to get first round picks because Chris Middleton's still there. And they got to get rid of Chris Middleton.
Yeah, and I stand corrected. Rel, Bobby Portis is 29. Brook Lopez is 36.
But if you're Milwaukee, would you really want? I get the first round pick, but would you really want? You're trying to get under the cap or be able to get under cap as soon as possible. Max has still got 2 years. The White still got 2.
You would have to trade them to. Then you just trading nobody for nothing. So think about what I said earlier, then, Larry. So they're gonna just start trading their guys away to bad teams. Then.
Yeah. Hold on, but Larry, hold on.
They're gonna play it out this year.
But listen though, the White can set good screens though.
This is not Dallas.
This is not Dallas Mavericks fan, Larry.
But
This
Larry,
is
you Super
my
Bowl,
bad.
GM
Larry.
hat Larry.
Larry,
This is
bad,
GM
my
hat
Super
Larry.
Bowl.
My
Wouldn't
bad.
you like Larry? Wouldn't you like Maxey beside Giannis? He can shoot the basketball. He's a stretch 4, stretch 5.
But Bobby
Yeah, 3 and D.
Portis
Hey,
is
that
on
sounds
his last
good.
year.
But
Middleton is on his last year. Connington is on his last year. They all have an option for next year. And before that option is picked up, they're at 186
Yeah.
million for next year.
Because
They're at
almost all of them
190.
go pick up.
Middleton is going to take that option unless they extend him.
Yeah, Middleton's
If they
taking.
don't extend him, he's making like $40 million. He's going to
I
take
don't
that
see
option.
him getting another long-term
Nope.
contract.
That's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
he
They're going to have to trade,
No.
they're gonna trade him to a bad team.
Yeah,
He'll
he's
get another contract. He just got to drop his price.
Hell,
And
he's
I
going to
think
go
I
way
think
down,
Chris
Larry.
Middleton is.
He gotta drop his price. You mean they gonna drop his price for him?
yeah.
Because I mean, let's
That's
keep it
right,
real. Would you take Chris Middleton for $30 million?
No.
I wouldn't take Chris Middleton for 20.
You said, hold on.
I wouldn't take Chris
Hold on.
Middleton for the mid-level
You talking about-
exception because he's going to miss a lot of games.
He's
I was
old.
gonna say,
you.
you talking about? I take him 30 for 5 years.
He had 2 knee surgeries this summer.
I don't think.
Ankle.
I don't.
It
I
was
don't
ankle
think.
surgeries.
I don't think Chris Middleton better than Klay Thompson right now. How much Klay Thompson?
No,
making?
no. He's not. He's not.
And Klay Thompson making $17 million.
16.
You're right. You're right.
16.6
Hey, you're right.
or whatever. That's like I'm not. So if Chris Middleton, like Draymond Green, made how much? 25. I put the barrier, the line at Draymond Green. He made 25 million, correct? He made 100 million for 4 years. It's 25 a year. Is he better? Is he better than Draymond Green? No. Chris Middleton right now is not better than Draymond Green for a team.
Hell no.
So you got to go lower than that. Then. So is he better than Klay Thompson?
I
No.
think a lot of people are going to be getting their feelings hurt because, like we were talking about earlier, we don't know the outcomes of all this stuff. There's going to be a lot of players that are in their 30s that are either going to have to drop their price considerably,
Bro.
or they're going to have to go on that boat.
Well, I would
Jared
say that
Allen.
a lot of these players got to start.
Hartenstein. Go ahead, Nancy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I think a lot of these guys are going to have to start thinking like Michael Jordan and not depend on all their money on the court, because a lot of these guys make money off the court. So they can have one of two things. Either they can win, take less money, take their endorsements outside of basketball and all they're building their wealth outside the game and be on teams where they're winning, or go to a dumpster fire and losing, because there is nothing more depressing than going to a losing team.
You're right. My only thing, Nancy, about what you said, Michael Jordan at a point started doing 1-and-1s like LeBron does. And they type of players where even like Kevin Durant, even if I go down with a torn Achilles and I'm in a 1-and-1, some team gonna pay me the Supermax. All the players not like that. You feel like Chris Middleton is not.
The thing is, Jordan played his contract out. He was one of the lowest paid players his entire career until like the last 3 to 4 years of his contract. And then back then, way back then, they had to get the permission from all the owners to be able to pay him that kind of money.
Yep.
And Joe, to your point, that ridiculous owner there in Chicago never was happy about paying him that kind of money. And now he throws money around like it's water.
Reinsdorf, that's the worst front office in basketball.
Trash.
You know what?
I don't think it was the owner that had problems with paying Jordan. It was the GM. The GM got tired.
No, it was the owner, because him and Barkley were best friends at the time before they had their fallout. And even Barkley said that the first time he had to give him that check and a few times that he was never happy about it.
Yeah. Well,
only reason why. I'm sorry, Joe.
No, it was both.
It was the names y'all are looking for are Reinsdorf and Krause.
Yeah, Krause was the main one, though, because Krause didn't want to pay Scottie Pippen. Krause was in charge. It was like, at the end of the day, I think Reinhorst was like, whatever you do, Krause, I trust in you. You my guy. Yeah. And he could have, like, think about it. If you were the owner of the Chicago Bulls and your GM was saying, I'm not going to sign Michael Jordan, he's fired. I don't give a hell what you did so far, but if you said no and I'm going to let him do what he does, then you okay with him not being on the team, which was foolish. And that's why your team been cursed since then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the days when John Concat getting $2 million was like sent shockwaves to the NBA.
No, you mean John Contract.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yo, they didn't want to re-sign Michael Jordan in the Chicago Bulls dynasty, man. That is the dumbest decision. I know they won 6 championships, but that's still going down as one of the dumbest decisions ever.
And they were paying Michael Jordan $25 million a year, and everybody was like, "This is no man on earth is worth $25 million, much less Michael Jordan."
He signed a couple $30 million 1-year contracts.
1-year contracts at the end.
Because he was talking about when the $25 million contract.
At the end, Jordan was getting paid more than most teams.
Yep.
Jordan was a big. He deserved it. Like it wasn't enough.
But guys, I gotta remind y'all. I mean, listen, the NBA was like, if you get the local broadcasting was a lot of times the only kind of way you could see the NBA, and how you got to see other teams was on Sunday. And on Sunday, it was always the Knicks and always the Heat. And worse was when they play together and you're like, man, it was so boring. But that was the only teams you got to see.
Yep. I didn't get to see Chicago on the regular. I had to wait for special times. I'm over here on the East Coast or playoffs.
But no, you didn't watch it on WGN?
WGN, I didn't see it over here. We didn't just have a regular WGN over here.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. That's how I watched all the games on WGN.
Y'all over there, like we on the East Coast, I didn't get to see a whole bunch of Michael Jordan games like that. I mean, I saw them, but like I'm talking about, like, you know how I watched every Maverick game? It's a bunch of Michael Jordan games. I can go back like, damn, I didn't see that.
They had most of the games on WGN, or like, Mike and them had a lot of national games.
Yeah.
So if the games were on national,
I didn't get cable later on, bro.
Okay.
Relle, you got to also understand too, Relle, that the Metroplex and the greater Houston area, either one of those areas has more population than the whole state of Maryland.
Let me ask y'all this, because
one of the top 5
King
markets
mentioned
out there.
something that got me to thinking about it the other day. If for some reason the Heat at the trade deadline said it was time to move on from Jimmy Butler and they just wanted a couple picks, salary match, would you put together a Najee and Gafford and go after him?
No. What he say? No. What did you ask, Richard? I'm sorry, I didn't hear.
If at the trade deadline, because I think they're ready to move on with Jaime Jaquez. If they put Jimmy Butler up for trade at the trade deadline, if we're in a playoff, if we're where we want to be, would you put together a package to get playoff Jimmy for a playoff run?
But here's the problem.
Klay Thompson.
You would have to gut our team and our bench to get Jimmy Butler. I tried when they were talking about the other day about, that there was this interest in Jeremy Grant and maybe now we trade him. And I'm like, when we traded Josh Green,
that was it.
That we don't have the flexibility.
Hold on, Joe. Where'd you get that from, Joe? Where'd you get that from?
Don't do
it was one of those BS channels.
Don't do it. Don't do it. I say no. Unless the only way I do that, the only way I think about doing that is if Klay Thompson is like Grant Williams for us. And I'm getting off of Klay Thompson.
I don't want to bring in too big of a. I don't want to bring in too big of a personality on this team. If we look at everything that goes on in our locker room, our team doesn't work well with really big dynamic personalities.
You're right. It's more.
You can literally go through the list.
You're right, Larry. They're more chill guys.
Because off the court, Luka's really a low key person. Like what you see on the court, he's extremely shy off the court.
He's a psychopath on the court.
And shout out, it's like Psycho Tom. But shout out to Cuz, Relle. He hit me on Twitter, Reg, as far as saying don't forget about Gafford. I guess he's probably watching right now. It's not that so here's my thing. When I say stuff, it's about the future, because I'm not discrediting Gafford, but I'm trying to think like Nico and all. Like, you got to think about the future. Like that's going to happen eventually. He set the timeline up for 2 years for everybody. At some point, Gafford is going to be up for a contract, and Lively's going to be soon up for a contract. You're going to have to make decisions. Like, you're a backup center, and I think Gafford still wants to play a little bit, and he's not an older dude. So at some point, he's probably going to say, somebody's offering me a starting position with this amount of money. You got to start getting ready for that. That's the benefit of having 2 starting centers right now.
Yeah, bro, it's pretty much you're looking after the contract. We're not saying during the contract.
Yeah, like
right
I
now,
appreciate Gafford
he got
right
a
now.
favorable. He got a very, very favorable contract right now. I think he's only making like $2.15 an hour. So
Right.
he's cool right now. But
But
afterwards,
You gotta
like what
choose
he was
between the
saying, if he plays this way going up until the end of his contract, he's gonna probably look at making more money than the Mavs are willing to pay him.
We can't
Well,
pay him that money.
Real,
can't.
the thing with that is, though, we don't want to miss. Yeah, we want to keep our core players. I get that, and I'm not disagreeing with that point at all. But our role players, we can't let the assets leave for nothing. We've got to get something for them, and we need to optimize that deal. So,
Oh no, we know.
how long do you wait with Gafford before you move him out? It's the same way with like Hardy or some of these other players. Everybody's falling in love with them, and hey, I like them all too. But I mean, if they don't make it this year, come hell or high water, myself personally, I'm saying they need to be swapped around.
Richard, the job now should be their revolving door. Like, not to be disrespectful, but you set your foundation on your players, and then your role players, you help your role players get paid.
Yeah.
Your job is to do what Nico's doing right now and get Najee's and all for the cheap to then come over here and play so that they can
get him paid.
Yeah, so that you can get another guy that come play so you can get him paid.
Yeah,
that's great when you got guys that can start on your bench.
At 28, they can cash in on their last big contract.
Yep, go ahead, Larry.
Larry.
I didn't really watch Summer League. Altogether, I probably watched 10 minutes of it. That's why I didn't talk nothing about Summer League. But from my understanding, we technically got a 7'5" guy hidden away. You don't really care if you lose Daniel Gafford for something or nothing. If you have a 7'5" guy,
no, Larry.
that you're building up.
No.
Y'all straighten out on that.
Don't jump on that ride.
I didn't watch Summer League. I didn't watch Summer League.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you did.
Don't jump on that ride. That dude.
Please do not. Yeah, don't think too much of that one, bro.
White foul than Sharp.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me too.
Hey, Larry, you heard it first here. We are the catalyst of getting this man off our team, and we are both saying I'd rather play the White Powell over Sharp, bro.
We are all saying that.
Go for even Richard. Yeah. Even Richard.
How bad is this? Because you can't teach 7'5". So if you can just improve his game,
he has no offense and no IQ.
Hey, Larry, I'm gonna say this one thing: he's 7'5" and fall for pump fakes.
Every pump fake. We done lost games. We lost the game we lost by 1 because of his pump fake. Jumped into a pump fake.
I would rather pick up Kenny Lofton.
On the 3-point line to Kenny Lofton.
I would rather pick him up off the free agent market now than to have anything to do with Sharp.
I understand. Hey, I understand. Like I said, I didn't really watch. I was just saying that because a GM would tell you that you can't teach 7'5". So if you can improve his skills and talent, you're going to keep him around. You feel like
2 years.
Hey,
Larry,
he need a lot of work, Larry. He need a lot of work.
2 years,
I feel
Larry,
like
before you could even tell if you wanted to keep him.
Larry, you weren't a fan of Moses Brown, right?
No.
Okay.
He's worse than him.
Less talented Moses Brown.
Yeah, Moses Brown was way better than him.
Yeah. I mean, I'm talking about like, bro, he looks out there like, come on, man, what are you doing? Like he's the guy on the court right now, and I'm not trying to disrespect him. Well, you just pick him up because he's tall. And you like, man, you're down at the rim, you're gonna grab rebounds, maybe block some shots.
And you hope he's pointed the right way when the ball comes down.
Yes.
Would you guys think about Nico and Kidd going to the Pittsburgh Steelers and meeting Mike Tomlin and them?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, they're not from that. They're not. Everybody not from Dallas.
They have Kidd and Tomlin kind of have a similar coaching style.
Yeah, they do.
Hey, I'm about to say,
and Tomlin's a good coach in the NFL.
No,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Tomlin is an excellent coach, King.
I just thought it interesting. I'm sorry, Richard.
Go ahead. You're good.
Because he's never really had a losing season, so I just found it interesting that they would make that trip.
So who they go see? The Cowboys?
hey, the Cowboys haven't had a losing season in a while now.
But the Cowboys, when they come to our games, they go to see other players without jerseys on and all that.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's just one player that does that. Only one player does that.
Where the rest of the players at? Our good luck charm is Patrick Mahomes.
That goes to the games. He just don't sit courtside.
They
He
love
sit in the
Patrick
box.
Mahomes as much as they love y'all quarterback in the games. Like, geez,
Because we don't like.
And the
Because we don't like Dak Prescott.
Why ain't Dak there? Why isn't Dak sitting there?
No, Dak be in the box seats. You don't sit on courtside. Dak is special.
Oh, you too good, huh?
The fans correctly predicted that the Dallas Cowboys would bring bad luck, and they did. They're like, man, they need to get them out of here because we lost that game. And then they're like, bring back Pat Mahomes.
It's so bad, Nancy, that I know y'all probably seen the videos going around. It's to the point even 105.3 was talking about it. Fans aren't showing up to the training camps anymore.
Well, they're tired of losing.
I done told you, bro. I remember sitting here from the outside looking in the group, and you, Jay, Thomas, Will, and talking to y'all and saying, hey, is there any way with you having possibly the best player in the NBA like a Michael Jordan that the Dallas Mavericks could become that team like every other basketball team do? And I think Larry told me too. He was like, no, there's no way. It's the Cowboys, the Cowboys, the Cowboys. And I'm like, I don't think y'all looking at it from the outside. When you have that player that is the face, like if Luka becomes this global icon, this Messi type of dude and all that, eyes are going to be on your Mavericks. You got that player, they can be, I feel like they can become that.
No, that might have something to do with what Cuban had to sell.
And
Cuban actually talked about. Sorry, Cuban actually talked about what you were all talking about earlier about the owners. He actually talked about that in an interview about how he could see the landscape and how that it was going to take owners like the billionaires to be able to obtain these teams moving forward. You never know what the media deal is going to be and stuff like that. And I guess whatever it takes to move somebody out of the way to see what we're seeing now is great. But he did see it. And he's like, I don't know nothing about like hotels and all that stuff that, you just said Jeannie Buss, standard basketball. And she's 29 on the list.
They want NBA arenas to be the anchors for basically like amusement areas, kind of like Orlando.
Yes.
So that's the future of the NBA, or Vegas. That's why they're like, oh yeah, we want.
Go ahead, Ro. I know you want to say something, Ro.
The Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium.
I was going to answer your question when you saying that what we had said about the effect here in Dallas. If you live here in Dallas and you turn on the radio station, what's the one and final only thing they talk about on the radio station?
Dallas Cowboys.
For now.
So
right.
So I mean, the Mavs just went to the finals. They went to the Western Conference Finals 2 out of the last 3 years. And you know what they've been talking about?
They still ain't won it yet.
Dallas.
Now let's say I got you.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying things can change though. And if the Mavericks winning finals over.
No, listen. Even when the Mavs won the finals in 2011, you know what they were talking about?
That's one finals and nobody expected it. I'm saying if you got a guy that's the generational guy that is the leader of a dynasty, that's the difference. The Mavericks never had a dynasty before, nothing close to a dynasty. If you get a dynasty, that's a different thing.
I understand your analysis, but I think that the Dallas Cowboys are on the level of the New York Yankees.
Exactly. They're number one in Forbes every year for a reason. Right. Like I listen, King, what you're saying, you being on the outside and don't understand. Listen, we told you this a million times. We 100% agree and understand what you're saying. As being a Maverick fan, living in Dallas my whole life and seeing this trash every year with the Cowboys, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason,
until the fans stop going to games and start paying the money.
I've been saying that, Nancy. I've been saying that, but for some odd reason, they see the same thing every year, and then they're gonna still continue. Matter of fact, the training camp that can be an anomaly.
Let me give you an example.
Go into the season and still sell out.
You could. They probably will. I'm not even saying they won't. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying though. Before Steph Curry, was there any like closeness between the 49ers and the Golden State Warriors?
No. No, they were nothing. They were like dead in the water.
But now what you hear all the time and what you see.
Steph Curry and the Warriors.
All right.
Yeah, but
I'm trying to say.
But that Niners
the 49ers is not Cowboys nation, bro.
Yeah.
You still see San Fran. San Fran one of them.
The only way
they're not.
Hey, King, do it.
They're not the Cowboys.
Hold on. I'm gonna say this again. Go to the Forbes list for the last 15 years. We just go back 15.
20.
Go to the Forbes.
20.
Okay, we go 20. We go 20.
I
Go to the Forbes list.
Bro, you're not hearing my point. I'm understanding. San Francisco, 20 years before that. The Chicago Bears before Michael Jordan.
Can I try? Can I try?
You keep saying those teams, but none of those teams come close to the Cowboys.
Chicago was one of them. I'm giving you two of the highest ones. That's all.
Hold on. Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you another example, King. I'm gonna give you another. Hold on, Larry. I'm gonna give you another example. What are the main 3 teams that ESPN talks about?
Dallas Cowboys.
Football.
Los
Angeles
Lakers.
Boston.
Lakers.
Cowboys. And Yankees.
Cowboys.
And the Yankees.
So do you hear them talking about the 49ers or any other teams you just named off as much they talk about the Cowboys?
Because none of them did. They starting to talk about KC as much though.
It's not.
But it's not the same though. Like it's the Cowboys are still the number 1 team, no matter how bad they are.
I understand.
So if they're being talked about on a national level that way, just imagine how it is in the city of Dallas.
We don't like it either, King. We
don't like it. Trust me, King.
I'm saying it every year.
Listen,
I praise
to
knocking
God.
off, right? Every year, some is knocking off. As other teams grow, is all I'm saying.
King, I pray to the Lord above that you are 1,000,000% right. I really do. I can't stand the Cowboys. I pray to the God. My father is the biggest Cowboy fan I've ever seen in my life. I told you this before. Dude walks around Cowboy everything, and like Nancy said, I told you this before. You complain about the Cowboys being bad, but yet you're still pouring your money into the franchise.
Yeah,
it's been the same way for 30+ years, right?
I'm not even saying the Mavericks going over them though, bro. So
but they didn't even try to win.
I'm saying the Mavericks can be on a level where you're talking about them like y'all don't even the Dallas don't feel like it's even like a Maverick town as much.
That's how it doesn't. That's like I'm saying. It no matter what Dallas can go in here and win 1,000,000 championships. I mean, the Mavericks that is can win 1,000,000 championships, but some stupid reason it's gonna still be a Cowboy town.
Yep.
And the Cowboys ain't won nothing. And the Stars, the Rangers, and the Mavericks have done more in the last. You could just say what 15 years, y'all. Yeah,
I was a teenager when the Cowboys were winning.
Yeah, when the Cowboys won, I was a little kid.
Technically still winning. They're just not winning championships.
I was less than 10 years old.
Yeah, I was. Listen.
Okay.
It's
when the last time they've been to a conference finals, Larry? When the last time they've been to a conference finals?
Hey! I'm not agreeing with what's going on with the Cowboys. Y'all are just saying the blanket statement of winning. They're still having winning seasons. That's the problem.
The season.
They just can't win in the playoffs.
Hold up.
Hey,
the Steelers always have winning seasons, but they're not the Cowboys. According to everything that's being said, the Steelers should be the Cowboys.
But that's the problem, though. The Cowboys are still having winning seasons.
But even if they're not, even when they don't win,
that's not the problem.
Phenomenon. The Cowboys are a phenomenon, and it sucks being a Cowboys fan because they can be 8-8. And they're still talked about all the time. They're still the most valuable franchise. You know,
and it's not about their season not winning. It's not about the winning seasons. It's about the postseason. That's the problem with the Cowboys.
Luka's personality off the court, right? This is where I come to my little dilemma. With Luka's personality off the court, I can see him wanting to be a Maverick, right? Forever. If Luka is the best player, if Luka's the best player on the Mavericks and he's like the best player in the league by far, he's like a global Michael Jordan icon. If y'all not respecting him enough, that's why I say about the Dallas people. Y'all not respecting him. I can see him wanting to go to another team where he I'm this dude, this icon, and I'm more respected in other teams than I am here in my own state or my own city.
No, Luka would have love. Don't get it wrong. Dirk has love.
The Mavericks have love though, because if they're winning the championships together,
disagree a little bit there.
No, he would be loved. He would be beloved. Dirk is beloved.
In Dallas, I'm not even talking about the outside media. If you listen to the media in Dallas, they're always on Luka. Always on Luka.
That's what I hear.
Yeah,
always on Luka. So I'm like, if I'm a dude in my place not giving me the love, why would I even I can go somewhere else? I'm not from here and get the love. I can be in LA and be this global superstar and all that. Messi went to Miami. You feel me? Like you're not from Miami.
I told you before, King. I said I never understood. I've seen y'all videos. It's like I'm listening to 105 and them kill Luka, but then you sitting there glazing the Cowboys.
Yeah, you got.
What are you doing?
We're drafting athletes just in general, all sports,
and there's
any of your major sports.
There's a couple other guys in local radio that know anything and offer intelligent commentary on the Mavericks. And like I said, it's Reggie and maybe a couple, 3 other guys. So, and I'm going to tell you this, and I mean this in all sincerity. None of the guys talking about the Mavs that offer intelligent commentary look like me. Not one of them.
Yo, do they? My thing with
I would say the main people that bash Luka is like Mike from 103, 105.3.
There's a group of guys in the
yeah,
game.
I'm gonna say
one of the people. I said one of the people.
If y'all are drafting, like I said, players that play in Dallas major sports or whatever, and you had who be your first pick? Is it Luka?
Yes.
So why? So should he get first pick love?
No, my bad. It's Dak. My bad, Dak.
It would be Dak. Actually, it would be Dak. It'd be Michael Parsons more like. If you were going to the whole city of Dallas,
Mike is more dominant.
To be Michael Parsons.
Nah, I would
talk about Larry. I'm not talking about as far as fan favorite. Yeah, I got you as far as Mike. I might be the most popular. I'm saying if you had to draft, meaning that your position on your sport or whatever, thinking where you are and how close you are to the top, being the best player, the most dominant.
It definitely Luka. No, that's not even nowhere close.
Well, y'all, what I do know is the casino people are
I'm
good.
Sorry, I say CeeDee Lamb.
So it's not Luka.
I'm a Luka fan.
No.
Let me explain before y'all kill me. From what his question was, best player at their position.
No. I said at the highest as far as the league.
He's saying as a BL player, it is. Okay. Luka is considered the best player in the league. CeeDee Lamb is not considered the best wide receiver in the league.
I said that's different.
If we put all of them together in one draft and we saying we taking the best athlete at what you do, who goes first?
He's saying as far as like in his sport, like in basketball, he's the best. In football, is CeeDee Lamb the best? No. So I'm taking Luka in that draft.
He's not even the best receiver.
Yeah. So he should be getting that love. That's what I'm saying. Like
in football,
y'all saying he's there. He should be getting that love.
Hey guys, I don't know. My internet went out. Did you guys already touch on the Sharp news?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can
my bad.
Glenn pause. But yeah.
My bad. I misheard. I thought you said something along the lines of, okay, each player ranked at their positions, then put in the draft.
CD is arguably. Even if we do
that, yeah.
Let's do it. It's still not Luka.
It's Luka. It's
Luka's not arguably the best point guard. He is the best point guard in the NBA. There's no arguing with Luka.
Here's the thing too, is that Luka's like definitely on everybody's metrics, even people that don't like Luka, other than Kenny and Shaq. Luka's in the top 3. So
he's been all NBA at the point guard position, first team, for the past 5 years. The last year was the only year where it was positionless.
That was the Joel Embiid. Man, we've changed so many rules for him. We went to positionless all day. We went to you can miss your first year and you're still considered a rookie your second year. That was a Joel Embiid. We have changed the rules for that jackass.
Well, contrary to my draft the other night.
You talking about the GOAT in the NBA right now. I don't know what you're talking about, Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
You didn't see the podcast?
Hey, you gonna make get on you, man. Don't do that.
I can defend my opinions with logic, reason, facts, and evidence.
Y'all laughed at Jason Tatum not getting minutes. I think Jason Tatum looked better than Joel Embiid.
Agreed.
You said facts.
Agreed.
Hey,
Joel
the
Embiid.
sad part is
Joel Embiid has never been out of the second round, and he's getting glazed like he is. Give me a break.
That's what I've been saying. No. I've been saying I've been saying that. That's why I'm hearing these folks automatically putting, the 76ers on this pedestal, and I'm like, hey, that's why I kept saying I need to see it first, because you got the two of your top 3 players are guys known for choking in the playoffs.
And injury prone.
And injury prone. I gotta see it first, bro.
They're not going to be the one thing, like I told you, Relle, that gives me promise on Philadelphia. It's the only thing that I think of. I think Dwayne Wade and Shaq, where Shaq was there and it was his team a couple years, and then you see the emergence of Dwayne Wade and you're like, damn, this dude Dwayne Wade, nice as hell. Like, he should probably be the main guy. I think once Maxey becomes that main guy, then if Joel Embiid's your second and Paul George is your third, that's a championship level team.
Dallas kid too.
The thing is,
I'm more worried
Maxey
about
is-
Indiana, y'all, than I am anybody in the East. I'm more worried about Indiana than I am Boston.
I'm still there. I'm still worried.
Richard, that's a hot take there, Richard.
I will stick to that.
No, that's kind of hot.
If it comes back and bites me in the summer, y'all know
let me, hey King, hold on, King. Let me get my oven mitt real quick, man. Let me get my oven mitts.
I'll take the recourse.
I'll say this, Richard. I think if they were fully healthy, right, they would have won 2 games against the Celtics at least last year. I thought they had the best chance against the Celtics. I kept telling people that because of the way they play.
I agree.
Games away, but the way
they lost 2 games because they went full knucklehead.
They did dumb stuff. Rick Carlisle at the end of the game. The way they played, I felt like they could put Boston, like Boston would foolishly play into their system, and they would play that way where the defense wouldn't matter as much, and they just running.
And y'all, they added a point guard that they're going to be able to play. He's going to walk in the door backing up Halliburton.
I don't trust their defense against.
No, they got TJ McConnell. Why they got TJ McConnell, dude? He's going to play in front of whoever they just.
I don't trust their defense.
He's not, Joe.
Hold on. Are you sure about that, Richard? Because TJ McConnell is a Rick Carlisle guy through and through.
I'm absolutely
positive. He loves TJ McConnell.
I'm absolutely
say it again, Relle. Say it again.
He loves. And you can put a pause on that if you want to. But he loves TJ McConnell.
He might keep his side piece over in the apartment. He might take care of him and all that good stuff. But no, he got a new piece moving in.
Sorry, Nancy.
I don't.
Richard.
Sorry.
Y'all forgetting how Rick coached right now.
Yeah,
Rick is really. Rick.
He love his guys. He gonna stick with his guys.
Indiana has no point of attack defender, Richard. Who's their point of attack defender on Indiana?
Right off the bat, Newton.
Man,
Marchap isn't bad, and the thing is, their wings as centers are so long and lengthy. They don't really need a point of attack defender because you're not going to be able. You're going to have a hard time getting through there any damn way.
So Siakam, like us talking about Reggie Jackson right now.
Siakam is
like us talking about Reggie Jackson.
Siakam is a good defender, a versatile big, like a PJ Washington and all. Like he's good at doing that stuff. I'll give him that. I'm starting to think Miles Turner a little overrated defensively.
And I mean, they don't have to be great defensively, just like us. They just got to be good.
We was great defensively, Richard.
I mean, you know what I mean, though.
Well, hold on. Let King finish his thought here.
But I don't think they have a point of attack defender. Like, so they got Pascal Siakam, and that's it. Nimhart. He was all right last year as far as in the playoffs. He showed off, so we hope he takes a step. If he takes a step, maybe. But like their defense, they have to take a step defensively, or they're going to be like the old Maverick team and the old they're going to look good in the regular season, but in the playoffs,
their offense can carry them to like a 4th seed or something, bro. But I don't know, Richard. I don't know.
But that's up to Rick to do, though. That's the problem. Rick is not going to devote energy into defense.
All those accolades that Tyrese Halliburton too, he got last year. He's about to get knocked down because Ja's going to come saying hello. So, because he's not better than Ja Morant.
It's two different.
Okay.
I don't know about
We're talking about as a point guard.
Hold on, because Joe, there's two different things, man. Like, so Ja Morant is probably going to score more than Tyrese Halliburton.
Yeah.
But Tyrese, remember Tyrese got hurt with that when he did a split, and he was never the same after that. Tyrese before that was 22 and damn near 14, I think. Tyrese was killing the league.
That's because they're playing that Mike D'Antoni offense.
Steve Nash got 2 MVPs for it. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's what he does, and that's what he excels at. He's good at doing it. So,
and I mean,
I'm just like Ja Morant's a beast, but
I think Halliburton is a better rebounder than Ja. He's a better passer than Ja.
Isn't Ja's an underrated rebounder though? Don't he get 7 and some change or something like that?
No, Ja get around
getting triple double. You sure?
Ja get around I could be wrong.
I thought it was
wrong.
I got it. I'm looking it up.
Ja's a 25-5-2-2. 25-5-5.
He's only 5 rebounds. I feel like he got the 7.
but he still gets.
Yeah,
he still gets.
yeah. He got
He still always gets
5, 4, 3, and for his career is 4.8.
He got a 5.9.
How old is Ja now?
John's in his mid to early 20s.
24, 23.
Yeah, mid to early
23,
20s. He's not that old.
Ja is like something.
A year younger than Luka, right? Should be around
he's
there.
young still.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Okay,
gets
he
2
needs to
steals,
add-
and 2 blocks a game too.
He
He's like,
needs to. Sorry, he needs to add something to his package in scoring, or this kid's not going to last the way he's playing. He's
He needs to get a
guy
mean
that's
mid range, Nancy.
Yes.
Yes, because
he needs to stop and pop.
you know the
Yes.
thing, King and Relle, is people forget that yes, outside of all Ja's off the court stuff, and I don't care, it's none of my business. But the last 2 out of the 3 years here, he's had serious injuries. He hasn't even played in the playoffs. You know, not this past year because the whole team was injury riddled. But the team before that, with Brooks and all those guys, before they started selling off the team, they were winning without him. You know, people forget that. You know, like he can't. You know, he was out a long period of time too. But this high flying stuff looks really cool. But he's not that big. He's not a big guy. He's like seriously going to injure himself really badly.
That's
all he needs is a really good floater package.
Everybody
all he needs is a really good floater package.
Something in that mid range. He needs something where he can stop in that mid range and score. Where he doesn't have to go all the way to the rim and try to like destroy the Giants every time or slay them. Pause.
Yeah, like Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry went and got a floater. Like Steph Curry floater is nasty.
Take Trae Young.
Trae Young is not leaving Atlanta. He's just not.
Yeah, he is pretty soon.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, he is.
I just don't know where he's gonna go.
I don't think he's leaving for the simple fact if they don't have his replacement yet, there's no point in losing the nigga that's the guy that's selling your tickets.
He's going to demand a trade soon, though. That's how I feel. I think he's going to demand a trade.
This draft.
You can demand as much as you want. You ain't going nowhere.
This draft.
Man, have
you seen the recent history?
Point guards.
I'm gonna say you've seen recent history though. What team if players say they don't want to play for you no more, you gonna trade them?
Why are we
Not
doing
letting the
training
players
camp
put me over a
Vegas?
girl.
Oh, I don't even know this.
He gonna have a. Bro, I know you want to end the show and all, but Larry, guess what? Then Trae Young, you saying he gonna fill seats? No, he gonna have a fake injury. Then you still gonna pay him.
You said Scottie Pippen?
Yeah, his wrist gonna need surgery or something like that. That wrist he went, and he gonna just sit back and all that while you still paying him and he not playing. Remember Anthony Davis before remember he sitting on the bench saying that's all folks and all that when he wasn't playing.
I remember.
Scottie Pippen.
And they realistically, y'all, they've gutted that team. I mean, they got some players with potential, but all of them have potential. I mean, none of them are good.
You got a guy at your job. I don't care if he'd have employed a month for 12 straight months. If he come in that next month and say I'm not doing nothing, he going to eventually get fired.
Yeah, and Atlanta missed that on what you call it on gosh, what is his
Josh
name?
Collins.
Sorry.
They misread that. They undersold that dude. They got nothing back for DeJounte Murray.
I'm gonna say Josh Collins. They should have traded Josh Collins when his stock was higher.
Yeah,
they would have traded Josh Collins when they was supposed to.
I think they've always missed the trains on everybody. It seems like they're too late. But I think Trae Young gonna be good because wherever he goes, he's probably gonna be a number 2 or number 3. Probably gonna compete for a championship.
But
where is he gonna go? There's only a few teams that needs a point. Yeah, I would say there's only a few teams that really needs a point guard.
At some point,
Orlando.
The value just keeps going down. Yep. If he's not playing at all, the value is like, damn, well, nobody's giving me anything for him. Look at Zach LaVine. Nobody's giving me anything for him. If somebody was to say they're gonna give Chicago a 2nd round pick right now, they gave Zach LaVine, a former All-Star. 1 second round.
I understand.
He's got that contract.
I agree.
That's probably true.
Trey's making Luka money, man. He's making more money than SGA. I mean, his contract is kind of untouchable.
I still think Trey's more valuable on a team than Zach LaVine. Trae Young
said Orlando. Is there another team?
I don't even know. I don't know if right now. So right now, y'all thinking right now. I got to see how the season works, and then we'll be like, something might go down. You feel me? Like, I don't know what works, but I'm just saying at that point when Trae Young wants to get traded, there's going to be some team because Trae Young is usually one of the top 2 assist guys in the NBA. The only reason Luka was 2 this year is because Trae Young didn't make the 65 games.
He's a 28-11 every season.
That's what I'm saying. Damn near 30-11. So even if his role changes and you put him on a team as your 3rd best player, his job is to facilitate now, and he's just out there doing his main thing, which he's great at. I think there's a bunch of teams that'll be like, okay, I'll take Trae Young as my point guard.
Real, I would add in the Pelicans. I think the Pelicans would go for him.
You just need size.
Well,
Them and Orlando would be the only 2 I could see.
They're not.
I don't think San Antonio's going to do it anymore.
They're not.
I don't think he's going. Yeah, Pelicans not trading for him. They just got DeJounte Murray.
Right.
I think he would fit better. I think he would fit better. And this is crazy. I don't think he's a better player than this guy. I think he'll fit better in Milwaukee than Damian Lillard does.
I agree with that. I
agree.
I agree. It's way overrated now, man.
D. Lillard not a point guard. So if you got to play an undersized point guard without
either.
Yep, you got him an undersized. Use an undersized point guard that doesn't have a point guard beside him.
The only place you could trade him to now, though, would be Miami. And I mean, could you pull that off? Would Miami even still be interested in him?
At this point, if Dame want to win a ring for real, and he getting towards that, I'm saying the next contract, he probably need to go be a 6-man somewhere and win it.
Yeah,
he'd be an amazing 6-man of the year. I'm just saying, once it's over, he'd be an amazing 6-man of the year. We talking about
don't Dame still got like 3 years on his contract, if not 4?
Maybe.
That's why Milwaukee gonna be in trouble for those years.
He just signed that Supermax before he went there.
Yeah, Dame is pretty much.
That's what I'm saying.
That's probably his last contract.
His next move.
Dame is in his 30s.
He probably got one more. He probably can if he wants to play for a ring. If he takes the low, that's what I'm saying. His next move he wants to is to be a 6-man and go win a ring. That's all he probably can do.
But yo, we gonna wrap it up here, y'all, because we got another show we about to do here in a little bit. And yeah, you're probably right, Cole. My bad, the Lakers.
Yeah, well, they should have been got that done. It feels like it's getting late now.
Hey, what other?
Oh, thanks. What's that, Joe?
We doing playback, Joe. We talk basketball.
Yeah, we're going to playback.
Who's the game today?
The East versus the West, 96 All-Star game.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna be a good game. Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all joining us as usual. Y'all already know. Like we said, we're gonna do a We Talk Basketball Legends game on Playback right after this, y'all. So we encourage y'all to join us over there. If you guys aren't on Playback, man, we encourage you to join us on Playback. Yes, sir, guys. You can join us on Playback. It is absolutely free. Download it wherever you get your apps from. We normally stream all the Dallas Mavericks games on there, but now me and King are doing a whole special presentation of classic basketball games. I know King was talking to me about it yesterday. He got a whole nother idea for some more games we can add on there. Yo, it is so. If you think about it, King, just think about it, bro. There is when you said that to me, I was thinking about it on the way home. I'm like, bro, it's a lot of games, bro.
Yeah, so
it's a lot.
This is Playback. I love that we, this is kind of like their beginning. They're still in like a beta phase right now, still growing.
Yeah,
to be a part of this, like this is gonna be something special. I really keep telling folks, like I really love Playback, bro. Like Playback is legit. Like if we go on favorites, Playback is probably my favorite. Like we on.
Oh,
other than I love YouTube, and it helps us out, and we appreciate it and all of it. Playback is legit, man.
That Playback is my favorite app, bro.
Yeah,
this some of the stuff that you can do on there, man. And like you said, it's getting better. Still in the beta phase.
It seems like they're gonna add everything. They talk to you. Like the people in charge and all. They like responsive and all that. Like we have personal discords and all. So it's incredible, man. I love Playback.
And we have our own like personal guy. Shout out to Brandon.
Yeah,
they kind of gives us our information and stuff. Let us know what they're changing up and all that stuff, man. So yeah, I love Playback, man. Like I said, got a couple of other Damon ain't on there yet. Now, he still does his games and stuff on YouTube. I told him, me and Freezy keep telling him, because I got Freezy in them on, and then like I try to get him on, and Freezy's now trying to tell him like, bro, you need to go to Playback.
I got to tell Freezy, they got a referral bonus now. I'm like, we got They really do.
Dang. And DeMar already got it, though.
It might have been right before, though. I don't think DeMar did got it. He's what we talked to me about. I already talked to him about it, but they got their own.
Okay.
Playback on one.
Okay, that'll work then. Yeah, but yeah, I've been trying to tell him, man. He needs to get on Playback, man. But yeah, so guys, follow us over there on Playback, man. Like I said, we got a man. You know, I didn't put the thumbnail on here, but we got a We Talk NBA Legends game, the '96 NBA All-Star game. You guys are gonna get a chance to see a actual great All-Star game. I told King when I found it, I think I watched like the first 7 minutes of the first quarter. Forgot I was at work for a second. I'm sitting there just watching that. I'm at home watching TV or something, bro. That's how crazy it was. It was a good game, man. But yeah. So follow us on over there, man. After this show, we're gonna get on there, play and watch that game. If you guys are also new to the channel, man, go ahead and subscribe here to the channel here. And also hit that like button too. Everybody go ahead and hit that like button. Help us build the algorithm up as usual. For those who want to become a member of the channel, just simply hit that join button right there, man, next to the subscribe button. That's how you saw those people up here on the stage talking with us. They are members of the channel. Like King said before, we're still trying to get to our, King, fifth goal of 3K. So we can go ahead and get ready to do a giveaway here for you guys. Yeah, I think like 75 away or something like that.
Yeah, I just looked.
Oh, okay. So we're 75 subscribers away, man, to getting to our fifth goal of 3K. So we definitely would appreciate that too. Also, too, guys can follow me on my other channel, Cuz We Geeked. I definitely appreciate the people, man, who've been supporting the channel, man. I really do. Me and Cuz have a good time doing that show, man. We're gonna have a special guest on. Larry the Decent Way is gonna join us Sunday. Talk about some stuff, man. We don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, because guess what? More news keeps coming out about the whole Robert Downey Jr. Signing with the Marvel thing, man. It's pretty intriguing, so we might talk about that. Batman, the Cape Crusader has came. I've been watching that. I almost binge watched the whole thing in one night. So that dropped on Prime. So we're gonna probably not do it. Yep, dropped the whole thing at one time, bro. I think I'm almost done, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got like maybe 2 more episodes left. Yeah, I literally watched it. I thought it was just gonna be one episode, and sometimes they'll drop like the first 3 episodes. So I thought it was gonna be that's what I thought it was, man. But man, I lay in the bed. I saw like multiple episodes. Like, whoa, wife sleep. I'm over there, man. I'm trying to watch all of it last night. I know Will gonna try to binge watching and stuff. So if he binge watches it before Sunday, man, we might go ahead and do a spoiler review of that one, man. So, but yeah, we just talk about all things in the geek culture, man, involving movies and television. So, like I said, Marvel stuff, DC, Star Wars, Image, Variant, whatever comics, talk about all that type of stuff, man. So there you go. King, is there anything else I'm missing, man?
Follow us on all our socials. We're growing everywhere, even Playback. We're trying to get to our next goal of 500 on Playback. Definitely follow. It's free, y'all. It's absolutely free, especially if you already have the app. Just look for We Talk Mavs. We everywhere, man, and you'll find us.
Right.
Or Glow Sun Production. But share, more share. Like is the equivalent, as I said. Thank you guys so much. I think that's it, man. Just follow us over in Playback. Let's just do another show. We ain't done.
Yeah, man. And to top all that off, man, pause. We definitely gotta leave y'all with this. Boy, Klay out there, man, in rare form, man. He ready for the season to start. So are we, man. So yeah, like I said, man, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Everybody hit that like button. We'll see y'all here on Playback as we stream our next episode of We Talk Basketball Legends. And also, too, we'll be back here on Tuesday, man. Same map time, same map channel.
Peace.
Go Mavs. And we out.